Well, it's 10:10, 138%. Yeah, I was just kicking back listening, and I can fully agree. I can fully agree. I wouldn't think that the inner turmoil of one person can manifest something like what's going on in Las Vegas or Los Angeles, but it is the city of angels. So you have to think, if you have that many angels that are, let's just say, under fire. Chances are putting them under fire puts demons on fire. I would think. I mean, just to be in Los Angeles and not be in any kind of turmoil, that's a blessing. That's proof of divine protection. And it's proof of someone being on their purpose. Simple enough. Simple enough. However, hearing of intuition as a superpower, yeah, I mean, anytime I think of these superpowers, it's all based on the mind. It's the law of mentalism. It's like INFJ. If you go to Google and put in INFJ superheroes, all kinds of matches pop up. Like INFJ X-Men, you're going to get Professor X, you get Batman, Yoda, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Speaking of, you had said curing the vampires with your blood. Now that's a pretty interesting dream. Because, I mean, to cure vampires with your blood, that to me was a pretty significant sign. Because we already know that. Well, let's see. I mean, energy vampires would be raising your vibration or feeding off of other people. And I mean, I would always think that, when you're talking about Pisces and what is hidden behind the moon. But let's take a few Pisces for example. I mean, myself, that would be that gem energy, the hidden gem, the hidden twin Gemini moon energy. It's all over the collective. Pisces sun, twin Gemini moon. Now, how can you have a twin Gemini moon? Well, you would have to look at what's hidden behind that gem, and that would be my Vedic chart. That's the Taurus moon. So if I've got a dual subconscious, think about that. That's a dual subconscious being activated by an INFJ that uses both sides of the brain simultaneously in a divine union. The mystic. Well, to try and duplicate that, it would take at least two people. Well, now you've got Abraham Hicks with the law of attraction, and her moon sign is Capricorn. So I mean that's going to be a devil Capricorn moon. That's not a gem. That's a devil Capricorn moon. So if you've got Abraham Hicks with a devil Capricorn moon, and I mean her real name is Esther, but she says Abraham. Still sounds like Esther, but calls herself Abraham. And we know that the devil doesn't rob empty houses, and some of my stuff has been used for their own selfish gain, like a devil Capricorn. But I mean, that's just what it is. It's devil Capricorn energy. And I still haven't proven, based on the last name, that, there's no relation. Because, I mean, my daughter, her mother married a gentleman with the last name Hicks. So, I mean, and that whole relationship was basically an illusion. I've told that story before. We're leaving it in the past. We're leaving it in the past. However, being able to cure a vampire with your blood, we know that, and I mean, Cryon said it perfectly yesterday. They did that shit on purpose. They're willing to hurt anyone to get to that Empress energy because they can't manifest it themselves. They don't have a twin gem. They don't have that Taurus horsepower hidden behind the moon, or it'd be Kundalini horsepower, love is intent to help her heal, which would be the Empress energy. So the Leo rising Earth Angel. And I mean, there's a huge difference between a Leo rising Earth Angel with a twin Gemini moon Taurus. Huge difference. Number one, Reiki's 2,500 years old, used for manifestation. And I mean, you can take that 2,500-year-old information and marry it together with Jeffrey Allen's duality course at Mind Valley, and it's interesting. It's interesting how well those manifestation techniques work. They just work. And I mean, we know that the law of attraction, there's no secret that just doesn't exist. Tuning forks don't work that way. I mean, tuning forks, if you have two tuning forks equally married together that vibrate, they clear an energetic path to one another. Well, that's basically authenticity and then a vibration. And, law of attraction talks about love, and okay, there's probably some weird shit going on there. And it does. It looks very energetic, vampiric, raising people's vibrations and feeding off of, who knows? Who knows? We don't care. We don't care about competition that has devil energy in their subconscious mind, because the moon is represented by the subconscious. And we know that, demons can't create on their own. They have to feed on other people's creativity. And we already know all across Therory because energy doesn't lie. So when we're in the energetic realm, the devil doesn't rob an empty house. And I mean, there's been all of this talk about a entitled woman, an entitled older woman, a privileged older lady. And Taro's already been talking about Trash Box, Texas, and San Antonio. Weird shit's going on. So who knows? Who knows what kind of demons are haunting a Capricorn moon? It's just what it is. We're not worried about any of that. We're not worried about any of that. We're bringing the elimination round. And you're absolutely right. Those who want to, seek success would have to start at there. There is no. I mean, even if you take the elevator instead of the stairs, you still have to start at the bottom floor. And I mean, if the whole world is on fire, you'd have to get in that elevator from the basement in my world. So that's what it is. That's what it is. And yes, the illusion will continue to dismantle, speaking out against these criminal acts and things of that nature. I mean, they weren't expecting a street smart, book smart Pisces to come into the situation. And it's what it is. I mean, every time I go to start a business, I mean, you're dealing with intuition and empathic abilities. So, until I was able to spot that empath narcissist paradigm, I didn't have a clue that I was attacking malignant criminal narcissists. So now that we're aware of that, and yeah, I've heard it said over and over again, the red flags that you ignore are the ones that come back and bite you in the end. Well, to me, that would be some narcissistic energy vampire coming and biting me in the end. And then, I wouldn't call it blood. I mean, you could say blood because you've got, my son is a Capricorn, and I mean, be it in his passion, whatnot, as a father, y'all have been saying my granddaughter's mother's name in Tarotland. Now, when you say someone's name, just like Gemini Moon, and there's another Gemini Moon, there's some twin action going on there. Anyway, when she says my name, low, she says Pisces, and I quote, Pisces, spirit sees your strength. People don't know how important your energy is to the well-being of all. I, I'm hearing the name low, or maybe she didn't say name. She says, I'm hearing low. Well, yeah, I mean, that's Loki Earth Angel energy on Divine Street. It's what it is. I mean, not being able to find me, I'm on Google. Corner of Divine and Bama. And it's kind of funny. I mean, you wanted to take, I call it half-wit redneck street because there's, it should be Alabama, wouldn't you think? And if they take the Allah out of Bama, looks like I would be the Allah. All there is hidden in plain sight with Taurus behind the Gemini moon. And it is. I mean, they line these signs, synchronicities, and omens up for us to follow. I mean, the divine union is within. The divine union is within. You ever seen the movie Michael with Archangel Michael on Earth? You ever seen that? You remember when he butted heads with the bull? That was Taurus. It was kind of like, a battle of the wits when they butted heads. It's like, that's how angels have sex. And I do. I love mind games. So it's just what it is. Did you pick up that subliminal drop? So 316,888 is Christ consciousness, redeemer of occult and mystic knowledge. And we did. I mean, that's an incarnation of the family of Michael, and you've got warrior spirit all off in the cards, and I mean the signs are written on the wall, and I mean having warrior angels under fire. I mean chances are demons go up in flames. So I don't know. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. Read the angel numbers. What I start this at 10, 10, 100, 38%. Or, I'm sorry, 38 degrees. Well, 1010 is pretty much the mirror hour. All you gotta do is go to Google and 1010 angel number, and you can read the power of the written word. 100 angel number, and that'll tell you it's claircognizance. I mean, we just kind of have a higher knowing. And that's what it is. I mean, being able to cure energy vampires with blood. I mean, that was pretty profound statement. Awesome dream you had, Pisces. Pay attention to your dreams. Well, I'm paying attention to other Pisces dreams, because when I hear you say that, I would think if the wrong dad died the day before Thanksgiving, well, I mean, there's some kind of blood tie there, and I mean that would basically cure all these energy vampires that were guilty of whatever. I mean, because that would be the thing. They could, stop feeding off of me and feed off the wrong dad that's not here anymore. It's just what it is. Because, I mean, someone's guilty of that shit. Someone is absolutely guilty of that shit. So, that's what it is. We'll just be skipping off to our new beginning and leaving them in that hell, because I don't want no part of that. Just what it is. So, everybody have a beautiful 01/13/2025. That would be God Force One, not Air Force One, God Force One. And 13 represents four, which would be four corners of protection. And I mean, you're going up or you're going down. Either way, you're protected with the wheel of karma as it turns. If you look at the wheel of karma, the wheel of fortune card in tarot, you see four angels at each corner of that wheel. And I mean, which way Anubis turned your soul in that wheel, divinely protected. It's just what it is. Just what it is. All right, we'll see. We're going to do more observation of just sit back and watch people's lives be blessed or watch them be utterly destroyed. Either way, it's a blessing. It's for the highest good of all. Namaste.